Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, May 19th, 2020. I'm Donis Wilkinson-Keynes. Acting in accordance with the recommendation of the Supervisor of Elections, Governor General His Excellency Sir Tapley Seaton has appointed returning officers under the St. Christopher and Nevis National Assembly Elections Act. According to the St. Christopher and Nevis Official Gazette, published on May 18, 2020, the returning officers are German Lake Constituency of St. Christopher 1, Sharon Hanley Constituency of St. Christopher 2, Melvin Basu Constituency of St. Christopher 3, Miguel Thomas Constituency of St. Christopher 4, Vincent Hodge Constituency of St. Christopher 5, Edwin Warner Constituency of St. Christopher 6, Patrick Welcome Constituency of St. Christopher 7, Philip Brown Constituency of St. Christopher 8, Kevin Barrett Constituency of Nevis 9, Rohan Claxton Constituency of Nevis 10, and Ermelita Elliott Constituency of Nevis 11. Nominations of candidates for the general election will take place between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Wednesday, May 27th, 2020. Polling day will be Friday, June 5th, 2020. Bus drivers and taxi operators have been included to benefit from the $120 million stimulus package to help those negatively affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, says Minister of Transport, the Honorable Ian Liburd. Cabinet on May 14, 2020, approved that the stimulus package announced to assist businesses during the COVID-19 pandemic would extend to bus operators and taxis, said Minister Liburd. The minister said that it was also decided that concessions which were drawn due to the restructuring and IMF program should be reinstated and that duty-free concessions for brake pads, shoes and other parts within reason be granted on application. In addition, it was decided that those whose income fall below $3,000 per household should be encouraged to apply for the Poverty Alleviation Program. They should also be encouraged to assess the Social Security Initiative for assistance, whether or not they are current with their Social Security payments, said Minister Liburd. He assured the public transport sector that even though discussions with the associations are ongoing, the government recognizes the important role it plays in terms of transportation. Mr. Liburd said he will continue to encourage his cabinet colleagues to look into further concessions where necessary for the bus drivers and taxi operators as well. On Wednesday, May 20th, the Nevis Disaster Management Department will conduct its formal inspection of emergency shelters ahead of the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season. So notes the department's director, Brian Dyer.
We appeal to all key custodians of the facilities and the shelter and shelter management teams to be on the lookout for the inspectors as they come around on Wednesday to inspect the facilities as we continue our preparation for the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. I'd like to say a special thank you and appreciation to the volunteers who have called the EOC and indicated their availability to work with us during the hurricane season. I do applaud your efforts and look forward to working with you as the months progresses during the rest of the Atlantic hurricane season.
Dyer notes, however, that the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season has commenced unofficially with the formation of Tropical Storm Arthur over the weekend.
Just want to appeal to our persons in the islands of St. Kitts and Nevis that even though the Atlantic hurricane season is scheduled to start on June 1st, we have had an early start, and we do encourage persons to start their preparations or complete their preparations for our reports a highly active season. The National Hurricane Center will be issuing its report on Thursday, 21st May, so all ears would be tuned in to their report. 30 other institutions have reported thus far, and all 30 have indicated an above normal season.
For the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season, experts at the Colorado State University are predicting 16 named storms, including 8 hurricanes, 4 of which will be major hurricanes. Still to come,
This started in the St. Paul's Parish over the past weekend and will continue in the other parishes.
We'll give you the details after this break.
My name is Kervin Wallace. I'm a track and field coach and a PE teacher at the George Level Primary School, encouraging you to stay safe, protect yourself from others. Wash your hands often with clean running water and soap.
Stay updated by following the Health Promotion Unit on Facebook and Instagram or contact us at 469-8010.
Welcome back.
We all know we've had 15 confirmed cases, but it's with pleasure this afternoon I inform you that all 15 cases have recovered. I repeat, all 15 cases have recovered. Again, we have all 15 cases recovered, 11 in St. Kitts, 4 in Nevis.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws, she was at the time giving the Health Emergency Operations Center situation report at the National COVID-19 EOC briefing on Monday, May 18th.
In the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, we have sampled and tested some 391 persons. 15 persons were confirmed positive, 373 results returned negative, and today we have 3 results pending. The number of persons in quarantine in a government facility today stands at 1. The number of persons quarantined at home, 1. The number of persons released from quarantine, 813 in total.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws. And finally,
we are very pleased that all of the students whom we welcomed home just over 2 weeks ago have tested negative and have been released from quarantine. I want to encourage them to remain safe, follow the measures outlined to them, and to wish them well in their studies.
Chair of the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force, Dr. Judy Nisbet, giving the situation report as of May 18, 2020, with regard to the novel coronavirus on the island. Dr. Nisbet noted that in the absence of a vaccine, with the majority of the population susceptible to COVID-19, non-pharmaceutical interventions continue to be the backbone of the response. The measures include the frequent washing of hands, respiratory etiquette, physical distancing, and the wearing of masks in public places.
The decision has been made to distribute face masks to the population. This started in the St. Paul's Parish over the past weekend by the Ministry of Health personnel and volunteers, and will continue in the other parishes at a time to be announced. Please, we plead, continue to wear masks correctly, covering both your nose and your mouth at all times when in public places, as we make every effort to stay safe.
Dr. Nisbet is also the Medical Officer of Health in the Nevis Island Administration. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.
Hello everyone, we are the staff of the Charlestown Health Center.
Today, we will be providing you with a few tips on surviving the curfew.
Be responsible for your health. Choose healthy behaviors while at home. Be prepared. Do not panic.
While you're at home, you can indulge in some simple exercises.
Avoid overeating and limit salty and sugary foods.
Don't be careless. Remember to wash hands before and after all activities.
So you're feeling stressed, feeling overwhelmed, trying to figure out what would I be doing during all these days at home? Guess what? Let's do some breathing exercises. Let's go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. That is not all that you can do. You could also do some backyard gardening. Start planting your own foods and you would see what a stress reliever that would be.
And don't forget to eat a variety of nutritious food to boost your immune system.
Remember during this time to drink lots of fluid, especially water, to keep yourselves hydrated.
Practice proper oral hygiene and rinse your mouth with mouthwash or hydrogen peroxide.
Remember, if and only if you have to leave the house, wear a mask. Protect yourself and others.
Practice social distancing at all times.
Remember, be prepared, don't panic.